a new heart, a brand new start. Gonna be a Mrs., not Miss. So I'm the girl who turned out a lover. So I'm the girl who laughed at those blue diamond rings. One of those things, oh, look at me now.
Oh, look at her now.
Just never knew the thrill I could get from your touch.
Never knew much.
Oh, look at me now.
She's a girl in a world.
Never knew a love like this. And with a brand new heart and a brand new start. Gonna be a Mrs., not Miss.
She's a lover.
So I'm the girl who turned out a lover. So I'm the girl who laughed at those blue diamond rings.
One of those things I never knew the technique of kissing, never knew the thrill
I'd get from your touch. Never knew much. Oh, look at me now. Jack, I'm ready. Look at me now.
I am calling to order the regular board meeting of the Carpinteria Unified School District Board of Trustees for June 20th, 2023. Can everybody please stand for the flag salute? Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Closed session report. We had labor negotiations with for non-represented employees. Information was exchanged, no action taken. C, where are we at? 3, approval of agenda and consent agenda.
I move to approve the agenda and the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay. Roll call.
Aaron.
Aye.
Sally.
Aye.
Jamie.
Aye.
I'm aye.
Wonderful. And that brings us to public interest reports and presentations. We have Elijah Schaefer, Eagle Scout Service Project presentation. Elijah Schaefer from Carpinteria Boy Scouts Troop 50 will present his Eagle Scout Service Project. After the presentation, the board will be asked to approve the project.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm here to present my Eagle Scout Service Project, which will be concrete chess tables. What is an Eagle Scout Service Project? The Eagle Scout Service Project helps show the leadership that you've learned, or the leadership skills you've developed through all of Scouting. The Eagle Scout badge is something that only about 5% of Scouts make, and, well, yeah, it's not a lot. My Eagle Scout Service Project proposal. I'm proposing to build 2 concrete chess tables at each CUSD school site, and they will be, they'll be confirmed like where they're going to be by each of the principals. These are some inspiration photos that I've used to help like develop the plans for my concrete chess tables. What I'm planning on doing is building a circular table, and we'd place each tile 2 1/4 inch by diameter, and we'd have 2 concrete stools on each side for each set. For the execution of the project, I'd talk to the principals beforehand to find out where they're going to go, and then we'd be pouring and building the concrete chess tables off-site. And then once we're done with that, we'd move them to the school site and put them in each site of or each spot at the schools. The project will benefit the students in many ways. Chess helps develop higher math level and higher reading level, learning ability, and memory. Chess helps people understand other people's points of view and puts other ideas in a better light, which can therefore help build empathy. Chess has been shown to help with ADHD, panic attacks, and dementia, and chess can elevate your creativity as well. Chess can help planning and problem-solving skills as well. Questions?
Thanks for coming tonight, Eli. Question, what drew you to this as your project, or what inspired you to make these chess tables for your project?
Well, chess, I've always loved chess because I used to play with my grandpa in Mendocino. He taught me how to play, and we would always have fun doing that. And then one day I saw a chess tournament going on in Catalino, and I thought, ooh, that would be cool if I built chess tables at each CUSD school site.
Great, thank you.
We
Anybody?
have chess clubs at both Summerlin and Catalino, and so the kids are going to be very excited about these tables. I mentioned it to all the principals, and I think there's going to be more demand than you have supply. So we appreciate it. Thank you so much, Eli. That's really going to make a difference, especially during recess. So
Yeah.
that gives students another option, so thanks.
Well, I think the idea is we're going to build permanent forms so that or reusable forms so that if there is a great demand, I think the idea would be that they could build more. So, in the future.
Great.
Is there an advantage to doing a round table instead of a square table?
I think it would just be easier to build probably.
Okay.
It's nothing like,
Fair enough.
yeah.
I think one of the considerations was the sharp corners at the elementary sites
yeah.
on a square table.
Gotcha. The corners being a concern for safety. Okay. And because the seats are only on two sides, but it is usable from all four sides of the board, that allows for ADA access for, say, somebody in a wheelchair to still be able to play, even
Yeah.
though there's permanent
Yeah,
seating.
because it's 8 by 8, so it doesn't really matter which side you play on.
Wonderful. Oh, what about the chess pieces?
We were thinking we could provide chess set for the classrooms, so then if they go out with the teachers, the teachers could hold the chess sets, so then the kids don't lose the pieces or anything.
Gotcha. Class sets of the chess pieces. I like that. Wonderful. Very cool. All right. Does anybody have any further questions or comments for Eli and his Eagle Scout project of concrete chess tables?
Good job. Thank you for being so generous to the schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be a huge plus for all the kids, for sure, and for the community. I think it's going to be really great. Okay, so we are being asked to approve this project tonight. Do we have any public comment? No? Okay. May I get a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eli.
Yeah.
Great job.
Job.
All right, moving on, we have our superintendent's report.
Thank you. So I'd like to begin with appreciation. Tonight, I'd like to recognize the district office staff for their dedication and support for school sites this school year. Their professionalism, resourcefulness, and excellent communication skills have contributed to the overall productivity and effectiveness of our district's operations. The next item is the state budget of 23-24. Last Thursday, June 15th, the Assembly and Senate approved the 23-24 state budget, Senate Bill 101. While the legislature met its legal obligation to approve a spending plan before June 15th, the budget bill does not represent a deal with Governor Newsom. According to School Services, the vote was largely perfunctory since California voters passed Proposition 25 in 2010, which would bar lawmakers from getting paid for any days that the state budget is late. Thus, in recent years, when time is running out, the legislature approves a budget to meet its deadline, buying legislative leaders additional time to negotiate with the governor. Additionally, lawmakers have interpreted the constitutional provisions requiring an on-time budget to apply only to the major budget bill and not to the accompanying trailer or policy bills, such as the K-12 and higher education omnibus bills, which contain important implementing language for many of the initiatives contained in the budget. So now the governor has 12 days to come to a deal with the legislature on the budget, and he can either sign or veto the measure. So we'll expect more information at the end of June. The next item is summer professional development. CUSD teacher leaders and department chairs will participate in summer meetings to plan professional learning communities, curriculum, assessment, pacing guides, and progress monitoring. Secondary AVID teachers will participate in AVID conferences, and CHS AP teachers, advanced placement teachers, will attend training for advanced placement courses. The CHS assistant principals are attending the Access Summer Leadership Institute at UCLA this month. The next item is good news. Our CHS has received $100,000 to support CHS students enrolled in dual enrollment courses for the next 4 years. Funds will be used for transportation vouchers, teacher stipends, and academic support. And the last item is the free meals that we're offering in Carpinteria Unified. They're offered every day, Monday through Friday, at Aliso Elementary and Carpinteria High School, 12:30 to 1:30 at Aliso, and 12 to 1 at Carpinteria High School. And that's for anybody who's under 18 years of age. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Superintendent Rigby? I just have one thing. I'd like to maybe explore the idea, and I don't know if it would be helpful if, I mean, we could talk about it, but writing a letter from the board to our assembly member and our senator to just emphasize the importance of not making such severe cuts to the education budget, and because it's definitely going to have an impact, and we have a small window to do this.
Well, I would be in favor of that, and also, yeah, basically to state our position on the proposed clawbacks. That's what you're getting at. Yeah. I think I think it would be, I don't know if it make a difference at this point, but I think it would be worth getting it out there and as a document for sure. I'm in favor of that.
Okay. I don't know if that's something we have to vote on.
I would vote.
We vote. Okay.
You can vote now.
Okay. Can I get a?
Yeah, I'll move that we that the board draft a letter to our state senator and assemblyman, basically stating our opposition to budget clawbacks, the proposed budget clawbacks, and any other potential cuts to education funding.
Okay. I'll second that myself, if that's okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye? Okay.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on, 2023-24 Local Control Accountability Plan, LCAP, second reading. We are asked to approve and adopt the 23-24 LCAP. This was presented for the first reading on the June 13th board meeting last week. Is there another presentation, or are we just straight through with this? Okay. Any questions from the board? No? Okay. Public comment? Not seeing any. May I get a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve the 23-24 LCAP as presented at our last regular meeting.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Wonderful. Okay, 23-24 proposed adopted budget presentation, second reading. The board is asked to approve the second reading and adopt the 23-24 proposed adopted budget. And this is just another as is, no presentation. Okay. Any questions about the budget?
I'd just like to thank Maureen for putting it together in such a good packet here with the unaudited actuals.
Yeah,
Thank you. This is a good reference document right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yes, because reading through it all, it's like, whoa, this is a lot of work. So I think we all appreciate that, Maureen. Good.
Okay, may I get a motion to approve? Oh, public comment? Seeing none, may I get a motion to approve?
I move to approve the 2023-2024 proposed adopted budget presentation from the board meeting last week.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any further discussion? No? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Moving on, public comment on items not on this agenda. Do we have anybody signed up? No? Okay. Measure U, the 2021-22 annual report to the Board of Trustees, prepared by the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee. The Citizens Bond Oversight Committee meets quarterly to fulfill their obligation under Proposition 39 for oversight of Measure U. One of their principal duties is to review expenditure reports to ensure that bond proceeds are expended only for the purposes outlined in Measure U. These summary reports are provided to the board for information purposes only. CBOC Gary Blair will give the update.
Good evening, President Diamond and board members. Nice to see you move through your agenda so quickly. I'm glad I wasn't late. I'm Gary Blair, and I'm chairman of the Measure U Citizens Bond Oversight Committee, also known as the Measure U Committee. It's my pleasure to share with you our 21-22 annual report. It's been nearly 10 years now, which is hard to believe, that CARP voters approved the Carpinteria Unified School District to issue up to $90 million in general obligation bonds to update the district's facilities, infrastructure, and technology. To date, CUSD has issued all $90 million in bonds and completed almost $70 million in projects across our district's several campuses. In addition, there's about another $8 million in projects that have been obligated in the planning stages. It takes a long time to upgrade and transform Carpinteria's many school sites, but the results have shown dramatic improvements at every site. Our oversight committee meets 3 to 4 times a year. We're an advisory committee whose main function is to review all of the Measure U expenditures and make certain that all of the bond funds are being used for construction and renovation projects that have been approved by your CUSD board. We're required to undertake an annual independent audit to ensure that the Measure U bond monies are spent in accordance with all legal requirements mandated by Prop 39, as well as the California Constitution. There's an old and humorous saying about auditors, which I always enjoy repeating. It's said that an auditor is someone who tries to solve a problem you didn't know you had, and in a way that you don't understand.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, in our case, we must be doing pretty well, since there was not a single problem that was found, and the report can be clearly understood. In fact, I have to say with tongue-in-cheek, you can simply skip to the last page of the report for the dramatic conclusions. First, there were no financial statement findings. Second, there were no findings or recommendations related to the Measure U bond building fund for 21-22 fiscal year. And third, there were no findings or conclusions for the prior fiscal year, which ended June 30th of 2021. In short, I think we can proudly state that we've been squeaky clean with all of our expenditures. It's been my pleasure throughout the past year to hear the status reports on each of our building and renovation projects. I think the highlight of this last year has probably been the Summerland School project, which initially presented many potential challenges since it's sited on a steep hillside, and there were concerns about the soil conditions and the impact of the heavy rains this last season. However, all has gone according to plan, and there is now a beautiful new school standing on that site. Currently, there's some renovation work that's continuing at Summerland to replace a dilapidated blacktop area, which is being done, I believe, with a private donation. And the field is due to be regraded and landscaped with a new play structure to be installed. As chair of the Measure U committee, I wish to acknowledge and thank all of the members of our committee for their dedicated service. I also would like to recognize our excellent superintendent, Diana Rigby, for her leadership and always positive outlook, our assistant superintendent, Maureen Fitzgerald, for her financial acumen, and Jay Sullivan for his project management skills, which have brought home so many of these projects. Finally, I think in conclusion, it's my personal hope that someday we can find funds to construct a much-needed multi-purpose building or amphitheater at our high school where events such as musical productions, plays, General Assembly, and other events can take place. This would be of great value and benefit for our students and would probably be the icing on the cake for the high school site. Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
Gary.
much. Any questions or comments for Gary?
Well, I just like, you can't get an audit better than no findings, right?
Yeah.
So thank you, Gary. I appreciate all the effort that you have put into this board, or this committee. I think you've got another year on your term.
I think I term out. I think I term out at the end of this year,
End of this year.
2023. Yeah.
All right.
Probably been on 6 years. I thought I would see all these projects completed by the time I turned
Yeah.
out, but I don't think so. I think.
Well, it takes a lot longer than I anticipated as well, but everything that we've done so far seems to be top notch, and I think it's been a great improvement to the sites.
Oh, no
And
question.
Your committee's integral to the whole process because of it's required, but I think everybody on your committee seems to have taken a very dedicated interest, because Carpinteria is such a small community, in ensuring that the money is spent wisely and efficiently.
Oh, thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Gary, very much.
Thank you. Okay. Moving on to personnel. Initial proposal from the Carpinteria Unified School District to the Carpinteria Association of United School Employees, CAUS, Classified Unit, Local 2216, 2023-2024. The board is asked to review the attached initial proposal from the Carpinteria Unified School District to CAUS, Classified 2324. The board will be asked to accept CUSD's initial proposal to CAUS, Classified, after the public hearing on the July 11th board meeting. Any questions on this item or comments? This is a no action, so. Okay, moving on. Board announcements. Right? Okay, just making sure I'm not missing a page. No? Oh, okay.
Enjoy your summer.
Yeah.
My announcement.
There you
Okay. Yeah,
Now that the
enjoy your
sun's
summer
finally
break.
come out.
JGs are starting. Fall sport preseason has already begun. And yeah.
I gotta say, it's really, every morning it's you see the trickle of light blue shirts coming
go. I know. It's
down Linden to the beach. It's like a seasonal migration.
Yeah.
On their bicycles.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
And then
great.
you get
Well,
the
watch out
straggler
for,
last minute,
then I guess drivers watch out for the junior guard kids on their way to the beach every morning and on the way back in the afternoon, especially with all the construction traffic. Please don't be in too much of a hurry. And our next meeting is July 11th as far as board meetings. Okay, so board calendar. July 11th, we have a closed session tomorrow. Correct? And then July 11th. That's it. Okay. Future agenda items, the 23-24 staffing report. And that's it. No comments, no questions. Fabulous. We are adjourned.
Daydream, I walk along on air, building a castle there for me and my love to share. Don't know the time